I'm just being a lot more grounded in myself. I'm simplifying things. Just uh, being more physically grounded and spiritually, mentally, all that stuff. And just, the same game plan as always, but it's just, I think more technically, uh, I guess superior in all ways. But, my game plan is the same: punch them in the face, take their back and choke them out.
That's a great game plan.
Yeah.
What about, and I know obviously this is not the first fight in the heavier division, but how about going up and being allowed to weigh 10 more pounds, not having as difficult a weight cut? How about that aspect of this and how that plays into your favor?
Yeah, this is my second time that I'll be at flyweight now, at this part of my career, and uh, I definitely, I definitely feel a lot more filled in and naturally like more dense and stuff like that. Before I didn't, I was like eating a lot more just to try to keep up my weight and stuff like that. But now I feel a lot more naturally just built like this. Like I don't even know how I could make 115 to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, and I think, and I want to say I heard John Jones when he was talking about obviously going up to heavyweight and how it's not just as simple as, hey, I'm gonna like go eat a lot of cheeseburgers or something. Like you've got
Yeah.
to do it the right way. So, I mean, would you consider yourself even more prepared now that your body has had a chance to adjust actually to the bit of the heavier weight?
Yeah, 100%. I feel like yeah, just everything feels a lot more dense, and I've gotten a lot more time to just like let everything settle in, and I'm a lot more used to it now, whereas like before it was like am I slow or am I, this and that, but I feel so much more healthier now, and yeah, and then just not starving myself so much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What's the goal here? I mean, is it just to go out and win a fight? Is it to beat the number 8 ranked fighter in the division? Be ranked top 10 and work your way back to a title shot. I mean, what is the goal here, Rose? And what are you trying to accomplish?
Well, yeah, definitely getting my hand raised. I would that nothing would feel better right now to get them than to get my hand raised for sure. And then, to make a statement. I wanna be in that title contention. I wanna get that title shot as soon as possible. But I know there's a lot of other girls that are, in that mix. And so yeah, I just gotta do my thing, be my best, do my best and I will be the best. And so that's all I'm focused on is get my hand raised and doing as spectacularly as possible.
What would it mean to you to, I mean, not many people have been UFC champion, period, but to have already done it 2 times and now to ultimately get a third belt in a different division? I mean, what would that mean to you personally as somebody who has obviously dedicated your life to this sport?
Yeah, I mean that's the ultimate accomplishment in the sport because it's hard enough to be champion and then let alone like win it back after losing it. And so even fewer people get to say that they're two division champions. So I still have time in order to do that, and I feel like I'm still very capable of doing that. And so even with the setbacks that I've had, I just view it as fuel for going forward. And there are certain lessons and things that it needed to happen in order for me to, they were actually blessings in disguise. And I'm really looking forward to this Saturday to, to get there and to be able to say I'm two division champion. That'll be awesome.
It's so funny. I was looking, I was like, because you've obviously you've been a star for so long, you've been around for so long, Rose, obviously at the top of this this promotion. And then I look and it's like, oh, you're only 31 years old, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, what about that? I mean, how much longer do you see yourself doing this? It seems like as long as you want it to be, like you have so much time to
Yeah.
fight actually ahead of you in your prime.
Right. Yeah, I know it feels like I've been fighting for a long time, but yeah. I
In the
know I
best
have
way,
like
though, and I say it in the best way. Like,
yeah, yeah. No, I definitely I mean it's funny because I saw something that my opponent they were saying in one of the videos that oh Rose has been on the top and there's not much to improve and stuff like that, but I'm like, or there's not much improvement because they were kind of comparing it to the ceiling that Amanda has. But
right,
I mean I'm always improving. That I feel like there's so much there. The ceiling is the limit, or I mean I'm sorry, the stars are the limit, or whatever you
right,
want to say, you know
right.
what I mean? Because it's like it's just your desire to improve. And I feel like there's always stuff that I'm improving. But at the end of the day, like I really want to, as long I know that two division champion is a huge mountain to climb, and so whatever how much longer that takes me, hopefully it doesn't take me too long. Hopefully
Right.
I can, you know what I mean, retire at a certain age to where I can still, like, focus on maybe starting a family or whatever like that. Those are kind of the things that I think about. But yeah, I do know that I have so much more ahead of me. It's just depending on how long it takes.
Yeah, and that's amazing. We've seen women, press pause on the career and start a family.
Yeah,
Do you think it would be, hey, I'm going to fight, and then when I'm going to start a family, I'm going to be done fighting, and that's it. I'm just going to move on.
right.
Would that be the plan? And if this is
I
too personal,
do.
you tell me. But or would you
Yeah.
say, hey, I'm going to go have a baby, and then I might still come back and fight again after that?
Yeah, to me it'd be I don't know how women do it. I'm like I've never, obviously I haven't had a baby yet, so I
Right.
don't know. Maybe I'll be all bucked up
Right.
to do it or something. Just be like, I don't know, but I to me it's like I probably, if I want to start a family, I'm just gonna want to be with my kids and that's it. But
Right.
I never say never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now with Amanda, she's ranked eighth. I've never seen someone, Rose, ranked in the pound for pound list, but not ranked in the division, which is super
Yeah.
unique.
Very weird.
Yeah, it really was. I'm like looking for your name,
Yeah.
and I'm like, where the heck am I missing Rose's name here? So pound for pound, um, Amanda is ranked eighth. Go in there, beat her. I mean, how many fights do you think you need to win? Do you need to beat Amanda, win another fight, get a title shot? Do you think with a great performance, you could, I guess, inject yourself right into the title picture immediately? What do you think as
Yeah.
far as getting that title shot?
I mean, yeah, definitely with a good performance, anything's possible. But, realistically, it could be anywhere from 1 to 2 fights. It's just kind of really depends on what's going on with the UFC and the division. And I think just with my resume, a good performance, I can vouch for a title shot anyways. But, I'm definitely not one for skipping the line or anything like that. I would never, want to do that. But hey, I'm all options are on the table.
I know you have a tremendous amount of respect for the women in the division. When you
Yeah.
look at the at your fellow competitors, though, any doubt that you could be or you absolutely are the best in the world at that weight class?
Oh yeah, I truly believe. I mean, the thing that one of my affirmations was always, when I do my best, I am the best. And I still feel that when I search inside of myself, I still feel like it's in there somewhere, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And so I'm, obviously having some setbacks kind of, takes a shot at some of those things and kind of knocks it down a little bit, but it's still in there, and my fire is still burning, and my desire is more than ever, like, to really, do my best. And so when I do my best, I am the best.
I'll get you out of here on this one, Royston. Thank you so much. Is there anything you would say to Amanda? Is there any message that you have to her as we're just a few days away now?
No, just I'm really happy to, to fight her. I cannot wait for our fight. I'm very appreciative of, just the fight that she brings, the style that she brings, and her
Yeah.
heart and determination. So I just, I have gratitude for her as an opponent and what she's gonna bring out of me. I know it's gonna be great.
Since the beginning of the camp, I was excited for that because my first time that I signed the UFC poster, I was imagining my face there, and today I signed with my face and it was awesome.
Does part of you want to go in there and fight 5 rounds, something that you haven't had to do before, or do you just plan on taking care of it as quick as you can?
I already did 5 rounds, but not in the UFC. So I know you'll be, if have 5 rounds, will be 5 rounds of war.
What challenges? What do you think about Rose Namajunas as an opponent?
She is tough, but I know I need to be careful of her velocity. But I'm training for the best of Rose Namajunas ever. I always, when I accept the fight and when I start a camp, I try to think if she kicks, the best kick of her will be like this, or if she trying to submit me, she will do like this, the best version. So I'm getting back. I'm prepared for the best Rose Namajunas ever.
She's new to the division, her second flyweight fight, I believe. But you also fight strawweight and flyweight as well. And any difference as like which division you'd fight in? Do you have an advantage being in the bigger weight class, more experienced there?
Yeah, I don't think so. I like to fight in both divisions, and for me, when I fight in flyweight division, I am much more strong. I can feel my body, In strawweight, I am fast. So that for me is good to have other opponent for like that fight fought in strawweight, and now it's fighting in flyweight.
You mentioned fighting in both divisions. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're the only person that's ranked in two divisions in the entire UFC right now. That's pretty cool to have that under your belt.
Yes, for sure. I am excited. It's so good to listen this, and it's crazy. I am number 7 in strawweight, number 8 in flyweight, and this sounds so good.
Is the plan to stay active in both and try to chase a title fight, try to chase the championship in both divisions?
For me, it's working because I love fight and I'm always training. And if I have to pick just one division, I think it's really hard to fight more times in the year. And in flyweight and in strawweight, when I'm fighting both, it's more easy to find fights. So this is working for me.
Is there a way when you go to sleep at night you envision having your hand raised come Saturday night?
I imagine my hands to the top with a big bonus because I'm loving this. And maybe with knockout in the third round.
Third round knockout. If you look at the odds, and I don't know if you even pay attention to that,
Mm-hmm.
the odds makers have Rose as the favorite. Agree with that? Surprised by that? Or is it, because she is Rose?
Uh, I'm like, okay, because there is a fight that I was really good on the odds and then I lose. There is a fight, my first fight, I was really bad on the odds and I won. So, because of that, I love MMA. MMA is a crazy sport.